Hello, everybody. Suman Pachigulla here, and let's discuss about how recruiting as a career, because this is what something most of the people want to understand. And here, recruiting is easy. Is it tough? Is it good for me? Can I make a career in this? Yes. So that is the primary questions that generally we hear. Now, who could be a recruiter and what is that required? Now, if you have a bachelor's degree, master's degree, technical degree, that is good for you. Who can be a recruiter? The kind of demand that we have now, anyone who is very much interested to change their career would like to see a long term career in this industry. Now they are being interviewed by companies. Now for a freshers, recent grads, yes, that is absolutely welcome. But still, if you want to get into an industry which is uh, commission driven, incentive driven, more of a corporate, and more of a culture driven, I would say, like compared to the companies in India and company you work, there's MNC companies, there's a different kind of culture and attitude that we experience. Now that is what, if you want to experience, yes, definitely you could try. Could be a teachers, could be from non-IT people, they definitely can get into recruiting industry. And people whoever was in domestic, meaning you are working in Indian recruiting, you could definitely try for US recruiting, UK recruiting, Australia recruiting as well. Now here the majority of the people ask a question: is it easy, tough, can I able to do that or not? Now this is what the recent video I have made, right? uh, whether it is easy, tough, could it be a long term career, it is very subjective. It is very much of individual to individual. Now something, for example, if you take my case, I made a career out of it. When I started my career long ago, around 2004 2005, I did not know anything else. Neither I have any technical degree, nor I learned any technologies, uh, nor I had money to invest in learning any technologies, anything else, so that I could go to software side. But fortunately, by going here and there, learning, I could able to stumble in this industry and started my career as a recruiter. Was that an easy journey? No, that wasn't an easy journey. But yes, I did not have any other choice though. So that was the reason I did not feel any sort of pain, stress, frustration. Why? Because I do not have any other choice. I had to do it. I need to go through it. I need to find a way. That is what I would like to suggest to everybody who would like to get into this industry, because here getting into this industry is easy, but continuing there as a recruiter, that's what majority of the recruiters suffer. Now they get a job, they get into a company, and now they could not able to produce any productivity, they could not able to make submissions, they could not able to make placements, they could not able to minimize their candidate backouts. So many problems they face. Now they get stressed, they get confused, then whether they have chosen any right opportunity or wrong opportunity. Now, before joining this industry, what was your thought process that you need to understand? You need to ask first. If you have not joined yet, or you have joined and you are in the middle, what was your take? What were you thinking? Put that in the comment box. If you're watching the replay, do let me know what you were thinking about recruiting that before you joined. Was it like you have a job opening, as companies will look for some need, and you go out, people are just waiting there, and you go and say, hey, this is what the need I have, and all of a sudden you are going to get the person joined and you make commission? Well, those happy days were long ago, were before, where there was no competition. Now in recruiting there is so much of competition, because this industry is growing. And since after the corona, when remote opportunities are being primarily used, so companies, all the startup companies, big companies started to invest more in the technologies, and they're leveraging people from all across the world. Now, coming to the US IT recruiting, it is on booming stage at this point of time. So many people forget about the recruiting people on GC, EAD, or it's a GC or US citizen. There are people who are on H1B also, who are currently working there as an employee. They have also started, creating companies in India, and they are doing their small sort of startups and like small gigs here. Now understand how much the potential that is there. Now where people are struggling, meaning the recruiting staffing, the owners are struggling. They are struggling with manpower. Good manpower they're struggling with, meaning they are able to hire people, but the productivity, when it comes to productivity, they go with the reasons. And what is that I hear most of the time is our recruiters are not able to submit. And from the recruiter point of view, what I understand, I'm not able to submit. Now the reason is the submission is a one part, meaning that is where everything is there. Unless you give your output, nothing else in recruiting move. You, in the sense, you as a recruiter, if you don't give your output, then the whole company, starting from your business development managers, from your client relations, everybody feels like stuck. Now that much important role recruiter play in the recruiting industry, in the recruiting companies. Why? Because when the client releases a requirement, when it goes to a recruiter, now it's a recruiter's duty to fulfill it. Meaning, at least give someone that yes, this person might be matching there. You got to give at least. Now that is where the primary problem comes in with our recruiters, that I'm not able to understand the need, I'm not able to find candidate. Why? Because the entry is easy, as I was telling, right? The entry is easy, the continuing in this industry is pretty much difficult. Now, how you see the difficult? You got to see the difficult as a learning opportunity. It is a more than $500 billion staffing industry is. Now you need to understand what is the kind of market share that you want to grab for yourself. Companies are offering money, they are ready to pay different benefits, they are ready to pay you more salary, but are you ready to prove yourself that you are worth of receiving that much money? What have you done on your self improvement that you can go and demand, yes, whatever the output you're looking for, I'm ready to give. Now give me whatever I want. Are you able to say that? If you are at a senior level position and you want to be a team lead, are you able to go to your management and say, give me the opportunity, give me the promotion, give me the money, and I assure you I'm going to do this for you, and this is what my strategy is. If you are at a manager level, you want to grow, are you able to show how the revenue can be increased in quarter on quarter basis? Now, if you're just working there and you see yourself doing the same thing what your junior recruiter does, now that's where the problem is, because everyone is following the same way, same pattern, same template, same sort of script. Imagine hundreds and thousands of recruiters are following the same thing, and everybody is jumping in there, and everybody is not following any what we would say, any process or any professional way of approach. What is that going to happen? People are not going to answer your phones, people are not going to reply, you are going to having a hard time in connecting with the people. Now there is another problem comes in. After you submit your profile, there are candidates, they may back out, they may leave, they do not take your opportunity. That's another problem is there. For that, you need to build the candidate communication, candidate experience from the beginning. So here, how is this industry is? This is a best industry if you want to make more money, career, and long-term progress. So the advice here is, don't just stop at getting into the job. Before you get into the job, focus on how you can sustain, how you can beat other recruiters performance, how you can position yourself as a top recruiter. That's what you should be focusing on, that's what you should be looking at. For that, small skills, for interview skills, that's enough. If you have cracked it down, you got a job, very good. So the suggestion would be, if you are getting the training, give your 100% to that. Ask more questions. That's why if I look back, I was someone who's asking more questions. I was curious about knowing more things. I was someone who's taking challenges. I was never shy of asking questions. Now, that's what I believe got me to the place where I was. Now, if you are someone, if you don't ask questions, you just go by script and you just follow the same thing that worked previously and you think that is working now, but it doesn't work and you do not know what to do, then that's going to be a bigger problem for you people. You got to upgrade your requirement understanding, client understanding, role understanding, keywords understanding, different way to attract people. You need to understand how you are going to present yourself. You got to work on that as well. How you are going to connect with the people, how you are going to close people over the call, rather than it should not be looking like a customer care conversation but more of a professional way of conversation. Now you work on this individually, slowly, and in a very less time you could be a very good recruiter, because this industry has a lot of opportunity, and companies give what we would say, companies definitely give time for you to grow, learn, and prove yourself. If that much leverage one industry gives, then definitely I would suggest you should try and start making this as your career. All right. Yes. So this call is going to be pretty short. And meanwhile, in 1 minute, if you have any questions, if you're watching, you may share your name, what you do, where are you from, and if you have any question regarding this industry, let me know in the comment box, people. So here in this industry, recruiting industry, if you see, two things are very much important in the beginning: what client wants and who is the person can do the job. That's it. What they want and who can do the job. Now, if you as a recruiter understand that part, you don't need anything else, because you understood what is the outcome they want, who can get you the outcome. If you find that one, your majority of the task is done. That's what successful recruiter do. They really understand the need, they find the people, and they talk to the candidates, and they let them update whatever the experience they have done, and they send that to the client. Why do you think there is a lot of competition? Why do you think there is a lot of recruit candidates are getting a lot of multiple opportunities? Because most of our recruiters go with the keywords, and if every recruiter is, let's say there's a 10-15 recruiters are working on the same requirement, if they use the same keyword, it is going to uh, hit the same kind of candidates, and everyone calls the same candidate. So you need to be different enough that, apart from the general way of keywords, if you understand the need, you could able to get into the other people where the other candidate recruiters might not have touched. That's what the strategy that I would suggest you to do that. Hi sir, how to get candidate for a hybrid and on-site positions? Yes. So how to get, that's what the question is, but I did not understand. How to get means what is that? How you are been getting now, how it has been working for you? What is the question here? So when you ask questions, be pretty clear or give me an example so that it'll save time for us. All right. Oh, right. And yes, this is what pretty much about this industry. And I'm going to get into more of a strategical way of discussion of how you will be improving on your skills part. Prior to the skills, there is something definitely you need to understand, that how you control your stress, how you control your emotions, and how you in a day-to-day basis you are going to take yourself, people. It is not the skills always that you think that is not helping you, but you need to understand that's your emotions, how you think, how you leveraging your reactions, that plays a major role. Things may happen, things may not happen, but how you're reacting to that, that is what is very much important. So you should be focusing on that one as well. People are preferred remote, yes, exactly. So nowadays that is a bigger problem, so you just have to connect with more and more people. So that is what would be suggestion, because at this point of time, There are companies who are offering remote, so why do you think that people would go, right? Unless there is some benefit. Now you might be asking the candidate, right, if it is on site or hybrid, what is that you think you need? Now if they want something and you are able to match that, then that's what I would suggest. But most of the time, yes, this is what the challenge we are facing. Devi says, hi sir, talking about the rate part is so hard to the candidate, can you please help? Yes, so here that is one of the challenges comes in, right, when negotiating, if that you talk. So when the candidate asks for the rate, do share the rate with them if you think you are giving a good rate. Now, talking about the rate hard, so is it will be only difficult and hard for you to talk about the rate if you are offering less than the market rate. If your company is offering so much of less than the market is offering, then that is going to be difficult. If at all you convince the candidate also when it comes to the offer time, if the candidate has some other offer, then the person may leave your company, or maybe you they do not accept your job. So first, before you get into the discussion, try to understand, is it ideal rate or money that you're offering to the candidate, so that it will give you an advantage to discuss and share, this is what our rate is, this is what the market rate is. Now you are asking something beyond the market rate, which is difficult. Not me, but no other company can offer you that much. So at this point of time, this is the best rate. Now when you could able to say that, at the moment when you know how much you are offering. If you know this is the less than the market, you have to accept it, that yes, I understand this is the less than the market rate, but these are the other benefits we have, would you like to review? Got it, Devi? I hope it was helpful for you. All right, I'm going to take one more question if you have any. All right. So very good, Devi. Thank you so much. All right. So if you are watching the replay, if you have any questions, do let me know. And next week, definitely we are going to connect. I'm planning for more inputs about the calling and this recruiting as a career as well. So that if you have any questions, come with one pain point question so that I could able to answer if I possibly can share my experience or my suggestion. All right, people. Till the time, take care and good night. Bye bye.